Okay, today I want to talk to you about how to outrun a crappy diet. Like there's a great quote that says you can't outrun a crappy diet, and that's so true. And that's mainly because it's like impossible for you to burn enough calories working out every day for you to exceed the number of calories that you're eating in any sort of meaningful way without changing your diet. That's just kind of how it is. But movement does matter. And I especially think that's important in terms of managing mental health, right? Getting your cortisol levels right and helping with those hormonal issues, getting your sleep right. There are so many benefits to exercise. It's not even funny. I think that exercise is one of the best medicines in the world. Like there's great studies that show that exercise is better than anxiety medications for some people, right? Don't make as much money for the drug companies, but it's a good treatment, right? So exercise is fantastic. So today I want to just kind of talk through a few points about that, kind of where I suggest people begin if they're getting no exercise. Like I always ask people in the clinic, are you getting any exercise? Which I should probably phrase differently because they say yes. And then I say, what kind of exercise? And they say, well, I work at a factory and I carry heavy things around all day, or I work for Hallmark and I walk a mile a day, or it's a busy mom and she says, I got 3 kids and I chase them around all day. And I'm like, you may be tired, but that's not exercise. The reason that's not exercise is because your body is really smart and gets used to what you do every day really quickly, okay? So when I'm talking about exercise, I'm particularly talking about when we talk about cardiovascular exercise and weightlifting, or I'll call that resistance training, right? So one is great for mental health. They're probably both great for mental health, but I think that cardiovascular training is great for mental health. It's great for your endurance, right? To do that properly, you need to get your heart rate up to where you're uncomfortable, right? You need to exert your body, like as a general principle, right? You need to exert your body to where you feel like you could carry on a conversation, but you really don't want to because you're working hard enough. So that might be you're walking outside. If walking's easy, maybe you have a backpack with a heavy book in it. That's called rucking, right? A weighted backpack. Maybe you walk on a treadmill at an incline. Like these are pretty basic things. Most people can walk. Now, if you can't walk, if you have a lot of pain, maybe you have a YMCA or similar facility nearby where you get in a pool and walk. Pools take the weight off of your joints and allow you to start moving your body. Like you've got to pick a point where you are and start with what you can do. So for some people, it might just mean getting in a pool and walking. For some people, it might be walking on a treadmill. For some people, it might be riding a stationary bike. Maybe it's rowing, right? There's going to be some kind of at least stationary activity that you can do, that you could organize, that you would do, right? And once you're able to start doing that, which is recommended, like the American Heart Association recommends that you do 150 minutes per week of cardiovascular exercise, right? So that's like 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and that's the bare minimum. And I don't know how many people actually hit that bare minimum, but I would bet it's probably not very many. So that being said, I think, again, I always reference back to James Clear, Atomic Habits, great book on habit formation. I'll drop the link in the bio, or a link in the description below, or you can get it at the library. I'll give you an Amazon link. It's not an affiliate link. It's just a great book on how do you form new habits, right? So when I'm thinking about getting exercise, particularly cardiovascular exercise, I've used a lot of treadmill walking, a lot of treadmill running, and it is boring without headphones. So if I don't have headphones charged up and I lose things like crazy because I'm very ADHD, I will grab my headphones, I'll put them in my shoe, I'll have clean socks in my shoes. They are nice socks. My Belega socks are in my shoes. I like those. I need to have a clean workout outfit ready to go, and it needs to be laid out and ready to go. And I need to know where I'm going, when I'm going to do it, when it's going to fit into my schedule, or it's just not going to happen, right? If I don't have a membership at the gym or some equipment in the house, or a heavy backpack ready to go, or whatever it is, if I don't have my earphones charged, like I'm just not going to do it because it's miserable. So I need to make it more fun, right? So the whole point is, how do you make what you want to do more enjoyable, easier to do? How do you make what you don't want to do harder to do? Like if you don't want to be, I'll give you an example. Like if you don't want to be up scrolling on your cell phone at night so that you can sleep at night, you plug your cell phone in the kitchen, right? Because you're not going to get up out of bed, go check your social media because it's in the kitchen. That's annoying, right? So great pointers on habit formation. Make what you want to do easy, what you don't want to do hard. Atomic Habits talks all about that. Atomic Habits by James Clear. So that's a great idea. So again, back to the kind of original conversation around cardiovascular exercise and recommendations. Like you just, first of all, just got to do it, right? And maybe that's 10 minutes a day, 5 days a week or more. Like everybody's got 10 minutes. You might not think you do, but you've got 10 minutes. And just developing that habit. Maybe you're just going for a walk. Maybe you're walking with a weighted backpack. Maybe you're walking uphill with a weighted backpack on a treadmill, whatever it is, to make it hard enough for you so that you're breathing hard and you're working hard, right? Like this needs to be a little uncomfortable for you. Probably the more uncomfortable, the better, frankly. So that you can ultimately get 30 minutes 5 times a week would be a great goal. All right, so in the next video, I'm going to talk about resistance training and why that's important. But again, you cannot run a crappy diet, but you can certainly fix a lot of issues pertaining to obesity with the help of exercise, because it's a great medicine. Hopefully that's helpful. I'll see you at the next video on resistance training. Thank you.